Welcome to Sip and Say with Stephanie. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Now it's a little dry, right? It's okay. Let me see if I can do it again. Welcome to Sip and Say with Stephanie. How y'all doing? How are you all doing this evening? As you can tell, I'm feeling pretty good. I feel pretty good. I feel a little emotionally drained though, but I'm okay. I'm okay. So how are you all doing? So welcome to first of all, let me get it right. Welcome to the Stephanie Humphrey channel and the Stephanie Humphrey podcast. As always, it is a blessing. It is a pleasure. It is a privilege to come into your home, your car, your office, wherever you might be at this time. It is such a blessing to share what is on my heart with you tonight. This is actually the first Sip and Say with Stephanie of the year. And it's actually the first Sip and Say with Stephanie that I've done since I think November, if I'm not mistaken, because in December we celebrated 10 years on the air. And so that was my Sip and Say time. And so this is the first time I've been or hosted a Sip and Say since like November. And so, wow, it's been a minute, but welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. I would definitely like to know, how are you doing? How are you doing emotionally? How are you doing mentally? How are you doing physically? How are you doing socially? How are you doing? What did I miss? Emotionally, mentally, socially, physically, and spiritually. Definitely can't get or forget how we're doing spiritually. So I feel pretty good. I'm emotionally, um, I am not at a very good place emotionally right now. And I know why. And so I did not have time between getting off work, getting home, trying to eat something before I come on the show to really navigate those emotions. And so after the show, I'll be able to navigate those emotions and I'll be okay. But so y'all just pray my strength right now. Mentally, I feel good. Emotionally, I just told you how I'm feeling. Physically, I feel good. I still haven't got my exercise routine together yet, you all, but it's all good. Socially, I feel really good. I have a friend that's celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So I actually called her and saying happy birthday to her. So I'm hoping she's had a great day. She was getting ready for testing because she's an educator, so we didn't get a chance to talk. But I'm happy to celebrate her birthday. Um yeah, just leave that there. Just happy to celebrate her birthday with her today, even if it's just just for a moment or two. I feel good. So socially, that's like my socially feeling good about that. Spiritually, I feel pretty good. You all, I haven't started, so you all know that I'm going to, or I got accepted into the rural clergy fellowship program, and so that starts next month in February. So I've been checking my email regularly just to get an update about like when the mentorship sessions will start. I'm thinking they may not start until after our first together like whole group session, and so that starts next month, and so I'll be able to give you an update about that next month. So I'm feeling good spiritually. I have oh gosh, you all, God has given me some things to do for this year, and I'm really excited about it. Oh my goodness, I'm really excited about it. So spiritually, things are going pretty well. Um, yeah, they're going pretty well. So you all, I started my classes my classes started on January 8th. I actually didn't start class until the 15th because it took them a while because I just applied right before Christmas. And so, of course, they were out for the holidays. And so once they got back, I guess there were other applications that they needed to look at in addition to mine. And so it took them a minute to review my application. They sent me an email to say it's under review, but I think it still took a minute for them to actually review it, accept me, and then get me registered for class, needed to pay my bill, and then start class. So that took like till the end of last week. And so I didn't start classes technically until the 15th. And I reached out to my professor, and because I did have some assignments that I submitted on the 15th. And she, of course, late percentage off late for every day that I did not submit the assignment. So I let her know what was going on in my life, and she, has made accommodations for me. And I really appreciate that, Professor. Thank you so much. And also, I was home all of last week because we had 2 deaths in my family. I mentioned that last Thursday. My paternal grandfather passed away, and I had a second cousin to pass away. So my paternal grandfather, he passed away right before the new year. My second cousin, he passed away after the new year. And so both of their funerals were last week. And then I don't know if I told you, I was going to be home the weekend anyway because we celebrated my maternal grandfather's 95th birthday. And so there were 3 events happening in 1 week. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to go home and just take care of things there. And it was a good week. I was running here and there, going to the funerals, and then just running to prepare for my granddaddy's birthday celebration. I hosted and planned out everything. My uncle Gregory, who was on with me not last Thursday, but the Thursday before, he helped me do the planning. And so I appreciate him, and I appreciate all of my family who came out to help us decorate. It was beautiful, beautifully decorated. So thank you, Humphrey family. And so I just ask that you all will keep my family, the Hooks family, in your prayers as family members are still navigating the death of my paternal grandfather. And also pray for the my aunt's family, my great aunt's family, and I can't even think of the family name, the Judge family. You pray for them as God continues to bring comfort and peace to their heart as well. All right, y'all. I don't have a lot of news for us tonight, but I do have a little bit of news. So you all tell me how you're feeling. That was my "How are you feeling" segment, right? So you all drop it in the live chat, drop it in the comment section if you're listening to the rebroadcast, or if you're listening to the podcast. Let me know how you're feeling. Y'all, I do check. Like, I come back and check the comment section because I do want to know how you're feeling. I ask you every week because maybe nobody has asked you, and because I genuinely want to know how you're feeling. Because if you're not feeling well, I will definitely pray for you right here on this show. I can't guarantee I'll remember later, but if I see that you're not feeling well in the chat, I'm going to pray for you right then. And then if I see it in the rebroadcast, I'll offer a prayer to God for your peace and your healing, your deliverance, your blessings, whatever it is that you need. So I am genuinely concerned about how you're feeling, you all. And so I have just a little bit of news. I feel like it's been forever since I've given you all some news. So I have a little bit of news for us tonight. And then we're going to go on. So you all, I do have some good news about winterizing your car and your home, your car, and all of that. That'll be the last story. So if you want to get a journal, get a or any type of paper, get a pen, get your cell phone, your tablet, your laptop, your desktop, so you can write down notes in case you need information about how to take care of yourself during these frigid weathers. Y'all, look, I'm telling y'all, it's cold out the door. And we're going to talk about it later. It's so interesting because I was, hey, Mom, have a good evening. Good evening, Mom, and to all the listeners. Good evening, good evening. I'm glad that you're doing fine. Y'all know, I listen to Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network. So we were talking about how frigid, or some of the, my RMU family was talking about how frigid the temperatures are in their area. And one of the listeners said that it was like 66 in his area. And we were like, really? Like, you had to rub it in? But now he was just sharing that, for him that was cold because he's coming from warmer temperatures. And so if you're experiencing 66 degrees, God bless you. We appreciate you. Send some of the warmth our way. I'm just saying, because we're in the 20s in North Carolina. And I know that there are some states that are across the United States that are experiencing even lower temperatures than that. And so let's just stay safe. We'll talk about it. That'll be the 5th. I think it's the 5th and last story. We'll talk about it. All right, y'all, story 1. Y'all, I did this for anybody who likes chicken wings. Y'all know I am not a meat eater. Y'all, I had me some collard greens this weekend. Them things were good, but I had to take out, it had some bacon in it. So I'm like pulling out the little pieces of bacon. Anyway, that's whatever. But if you like chicken wings, I have a story. I I have a story for you. I am sharing this story because I think it's hilarious and I think it's cute and I want me some. And I'm gonna tell you what it is that I want. Hi, Uncle Darnell. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. So glad that you're here tonight. Please forgive me. I failed to put, let me put my greetings in right now. I failed to put my greetings in as I was doing my introduction. So I'm going to put it in right now for my live YouTube listeners. Yes, I am glad you're here. Praise the Lord, Lord. So yeah, so just to my podcast listeners, I'm just adding a little bit of welcome to the chat for my YouTube listeners. And then I promise you I'm gonna get into the new. So look, y'all, while I'm adding this, so Hidden Valley Ranch, which is owned by the Clorox company, they actually just partnered with Burt's Bees. Y'all know Burt's Bees. You have your facial products, your moisturizers, I love their foot cream. Somebody gifted me their Burt Bees foot cream one year and I've been hooked. I love it. I've given it out as gifts, you know, the lip balm, the lipstick. So Burt Bees and Hidden Valley Ranch, again, owned by the Clorox company, they decided to partner together for some chicken wing inspired lip gloss. Or lip balm, excuse me, lip balm, y'all. So what happened was Hidden Valley Ranch posted a Instagram post. They put an Instagram post on their Instagram page on April 1st, 2022 that indicated them and Burt Bees were partnering up for some wing inspired lip balm. Well, lo and behold, it came to fruition. Now, I don't know if that April Fool post was a preview of this happening or because of the feedback from the April Fool's post, they decided to do this. But Burt's Bees and Hidden Ranch, they have partnered together to release the following flavored lip balms: Hidden Valley Ranch, buffalo sauce, crunchy celery, and fresh carrot flavors. Did y'all hear what I said? Hidden Valley Ranch, buffalo sauce, crunchy celery, and fresh carrot flavors. I want to know, for all you wing eaters, would y'all try these lip balms? Now, I like Burt Bees. I have probably 2 Burt Bees lip balms left from some purchases that I made earlier. And then I have some of their lip, it's a lip something. It's in a purple container. It's like it's not the tube, but it's in like a container I have to stick my finger in, you know, to rub on. I haven't used that one yet. Oh no, I don't. I actually gave that one as a gift. So never mind, that's gone. I just have my lip balms. So I like their pomegranate lip balm. I've had their mango lip balm in there. I think I got a kiwi in there right now. So I like Burt Bees lip balms. I've never tried anything else except for the foot cream and the lip balms. Let me make sure. And I've never tried their lip glosses or anything else. Their hand cream, I think I have tried their hand cream and it's pretty good. Wait a minute, have I? Yes, somebody gave it to me as a gift. I had a coworker that loved gifting me Burt's Bees because she enjoyed the product, so she would gift it to me. So those are the few products that I've tried from Burt Bees, but I think I would try the fresh carrot flavors because I'm thinking that citrusy taste might be like kind of similar to the mango. I think I've tried grapefruit from Burt Bees too, so I like a citrus flavor. I don't mind a citrus flavor on my lips. So I might would try the carrots, but I don't know if I would try the rest of them. Would y'all try it? Y'all like buffalo wing sauce? Would y'all want that on your lips? Or y'all just want it on your lips when you eating the wings? Do you want it on your lips like to kiss somebody or just, you know, to make your lips moist? I mean, I don't know. Y'all drop it in the chat. Let me know how you feel about it. But guess what, y'all? The lip balms were on the Burt Bees website. 4 lip balms for $11.99. Them doggone things done sold out. Because y'all know I went looking. They already sold out. I don't even know if Burt Bees are going to bring them back. Hopefully they're working on a batch. So those of us who wouldn't mind trying them or giving them as gifts, we can purchase them 4 lip balms for $11.99. Y'all, I just thought that was hilarious and cute. So there's CC Syafon, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. He is a marketing director at the Clorox company. And he said, we are officially in wing eating season, which feels right at home for Hidden Valley Ranch. He also noted, as we inch closer to the biggest wing consumption day of the year, talking about the Super Bowl, we are looking forward to teaming up with Burt's Bees for this never been before, for this never been done before collab, and our first foray into the beauty category. Y'all, come on and hear somebody. I love the idea. I ain't gonna lie, I do. I think it's cute. I think it's hilarious. I like the idea. Y'all drop it in the chat and let me know what you think about it. You know, I'm ready. Y'all know I'm ready for my sip, right? I forgot to ask y'all at the beginning of the broadcast. What y'all sipping on? I got straight up water. I looked in the refrigerator and was grabbing out my muscadine, but I was like, the Holy Spirit said water, and I was like, okay, God, let me drink some water. So I got my water in my Stephanie Humphrey mug. Y'all drop it in the chat, add it to the comment section later. Let me know what you're sipping on. I'm gonna take a pause to take a sip. All right, somebody, come on with the wing inspired lip balm. Okay, y'all. So I am sharing this story just because I absolutely love it. I am not an HBCU graduate, and I say that because I did start off at an HBCU and did not graduate. And it still kind of hurts my feelings a little bit that I did not graduate from an HBCU. I want a degree from an HBCU, but I don't want to go back to school for like a 4-year degree or even a master's. I really don't want to go for my PhD either. I'm fine with my associate's degree program right now. I'm good. But I still just have that desire to graduate from an HBCU. So we'll see what doors the Lord may open in my future. So this particular article is about Spelman College. It is in Atlanta, Georgia. As we know, it is an all-female college. There were 2 billionaires, Rhonda Stryker, who is on the trustee board at Spelman. She's on the trustee board at Spelman. Rhonda Stryker and William Johnson. They are to donate $100 million to Spelman College. This is the largest donation to an HBCU in history. The $100 million. I love that so much for Spelman. I love that so much for them because, as we know, HBCUs do not get the same donations, endowments, government support as predominantly white institutions. They just don't. I don't know the history behind that yet. I mean, we know the history, but I guess the official word of history, I don't know that, so I will have to do some research on that and get back with you. But it is, has been researched that, and we know the HBCUs, they don't get the money that predominantly white institutions get. But we are celebrating Spelman and their $100 million donation from Rhonda Stryker and William Johnson. So Miss Gail, what is your first? Oh, Miss Gail, Dr. Helen Gail. She is the president of Spelman College, and she noted that this gift is a critical step in our school's mission to eliminate financial barriers to starting and finishing a Spelman education. We can't thank Rhonda Stryker enough for her selflessness and support as both a trustee and friend. There's no doubt that Spelman College is better because of her. Dr. Gail also noted that she feels both inspired and invigorated by this donation. And so celebration to Spelman College for this donation. In the past, Spelman has received a $10 million donation from Rosemary K and John W. Brown. They have received a $75 million donation. I'm sorry. Let me scratch the 75 million for just a minute. So for the 75, okay, so they received the 10 million from Rosemary K and John W. Brown to support the construction of the Mary Schmidt Campbell PhD Center for Innovation and Arts, and it is scheduled to be open 2025 in the fall of this year. So celebration to Spelman College for this new Center for Innovation and the Arts. Congratulations to you. So getting back to the $100 million, so $75 million of the dollars is planned for endowment scholarships for future students. And then $25 million will be used to develop an academic focus on public policy and democracy, to improve student housing, and to provide flexible funding to meet critical strategic needs. Amen to Spelman. Congratulations to Spelman. I love the fact that some of this money is going to focus on public policy and democracy, because I believe that the brilliant minds of our Black students, whether they're at an HBCU or a predominantly white institute, I believe the brilliant minds of our Black students will help shape policy, help introduce and shape policy. So I love and to advocate for the needs of Black people and all people, because a lot of times when Black people advocate for needs for ourselves, usually the entire population benefits from it. Now, we don't always benefit from policies and benefits of other racial groups, but most of the time, everybody benefits from what Black people do. Anywho, I'm not complaining, I'm just speaking the truth. And so I believe that Black students, the brilliant mind of Black students, will help introduce policy, shape policy, and that they will serve as advocates as we are all working for a less racist society and eventually a no racist society. Y'all think we can get to a no racist society? That's a conversation for another day, but we are in we join in congratulating Spelman and in celebrating with Spelman for this beautiful, beautiful, awesome, awesome donation that they have received from these two donors. I do want to acknowledge that this particular donation from Ms. Stryker and Mr. Johnson, it came after, about a week or so after, the United Negro College Fund, the UNCF, announced a donation of $100 million from the Lilly Endowment Incorporation. So that particular gift will go towards supporting 37 historically Black colleges and universities. If you did not know what a HBCU is, it is historically Black colleges and universities. So that particular $100 million from the Lilly Endowment Inc. from the United Negro College Fund announcement, it goes to support 37 HBCUs. Woo, woo. And that's awesome. I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let me just see if I want to share anything else here. Yep, that's all I would like to share. If you want to know more information, this article from NBC News, it does share additional information about donations that other individuals have made to HBCUs, but you can research that on your own. I just want to say congratulations to Spelman for receiving the biggest donation to an HBCU to date. We celebrate. I've never been to Spelman College, not even to visit. Going to Spelman College kind of flirted through my mind when I was younger. We're looking at colleges, but I was like, it's okay. Not that anything's wrong with Spelman. Spelman's good, but I think it was just too far for me at that time. And plus, all girl college, I don't even know. I'm celebrating all those who go there. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Congratulations, Spelman. Let's end on a happy note. Congratulations, Spelman. Y'all, so I do have some sad news to report. Miss Josephine Wright, you all, if you remember, I shared some information about her last year. She is the elder who was fighting the Bailey Point Investment Company. They actually sued her. They were building building whatever. I can't remember if they were building homes or apartments or businesses. I cannot remember, but they had construction going around her property and sometimes on her property, according to some of the reports that came out. And they took her to court because they felt like some of her property was infringing on their construction. And so Miss Josephine Wright, you all, on January 7th, she passed away. I was so, man, when I got the news, I was sad. Like, I just wanted Miss Josephine Wright to be here to see the fruition of her labor, to see, I just to see, I want to say blessings and success, but victory. That's what I want to say. Thank you, Lord. To see the victory of her overcoming this Bailey Point investment. But she has passed away. She is an ancestor now. And so you all, her funeral services, they were held this Saturday on the 13th at Mount Calvary Baptist Church on Hilton Head Island. Our condolences to the family. I pray that God will continue to bring you comfort and peace. I pray that you will continue to fight to keep your family's home and land. I did look for research, or I did search out research, an update on the case, but I didn't find anything before the show. So if I'm able to find something for next week, Sip and Say, I will give us an update about where that court case is. I don't know if Bailey Point Investment, if the lawsuit is still on the table, or if they've withdrawn the lawsuit right now. I don't know, but I'm hoping to update you soon about that. And I do want to share with you what the family said. They released, and part of their statement, or this was released as a part of their statement, her legacy, meaning Miss Josephine Wright's legacy as a pillar of strength, wisdom, and commitment to justice will forever remain etched in our hearts. The town of Hilton Head also released a statement from the mayor about Miss Josephine's passing. They noted, "Today, I offer my sincere condolences to the generations of family members and friends of Josephine Wright. She left an indelible mark on all those who knew her well. Even those who met her just once will never forget her. Miss Wright did not let age stop her from showing her strength, speaking her mind, and fighting for her family and what she felt was right. She and her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren have been fixtures on Hilton Head Island for more than a century, contributing to the culture, history, and fabric of the island. The community will greatly miss her." I like that. Man, Miss Josephine Wright, our condolences to your family. Again, she is an ancestor now, and so blessings to her family. I see it was reported that Tyler Perry, I mentioned this when I talked about Miss Josephine Wright earlier, but it was reported that Mr. Tyler Perry was building her a home, and I read a statement that he shared that he is still planning to have that home built and ready for her family. And so my prayer is that the family will take care of that home and live out the legacy of Miss Josephine Wright well. They will live out her legacy well. So the next story that I would like to share with you, I just had to have a moment there, y'all. That one really hit me. I did not know Miss Josephine Wright personally, but her story touched me and her fight touched me. And I just, I will miss hearing what she had to say, just for future like statements about fighting for her home and everything. But I feel confident that her family will continue her legacy and that all will be well. So yes, hey, Uncle Darno said he's sipping on water, Mom's sipping on water. Hey, Aunt Wanda, how are you? She said she's sipping on water and she's doing well. So thank you all for checking in with me. I really appreciate it. So y'all, this fourth story is neither here nor there. It really is neither here nor there, but when I read the story, I was like, interesting. It's interesting. And so I'm curious to know what you all think about this story. Again, it's neither here nor there, but I thought it was interesting. And so this gentleman, okay, so Michael Fellows of Brooklyn and Jonathan Haddon of the Bronx. They bought tickets for Madonna's celebration tour happening at the Barclays Center in New York. I think it happened in New York. I think the Barclays Center is in New York. I forgot to look it up. But this concert happened on December 13th of last year. So what happened is Madonna showed up late for the concert. Yes, so the concert is in New York. The Barclays Center, excuse me, is in New York. And so the tickets noted that the show started at 8:30 p.m. Miss Madonna did not take the stage until 10:45 p.m. Let me tell y'all that again. The ticket said the show was to start at 8:30 p.m. Miss Madonna didn't take the stage until 10:45 p.m. I just want to take a pause right here. I just want to take a pause. And they sued her. And let me tell you, before I take a pause, let me tell you what they sued her for. They argued that there was a breach of contract. They are suing Live Nation, Barclays Center, and Madonna for unconscionable, unfair, and or deceptive trade practices, considering that the tickets noted that the concert started at 8:30. So they're suing for, because they're arguing it was a breach of the contract. Okay, what y'all think? I'm gonna tell you what I think. The only secular music concert that I've ever been to was Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff when I was a teenager. So that's been years ago. They came to my hometown. My uncle's wife at the time, she took me and a cousin to the concert, and we was jamming. It was a great concert. I have no idea what time that concert was supposed, what the ticket said it was supposed to, or the time that the ticket said it was supposed to start, and I have no idea what time it started. All I know is when Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince came out on stage, we were jamming. That's all I can remember. So I've been to church concerts before, like gospel singers coming to church concerts. I've been to gospel concerts on college campuses before as well. You have your features. So the concert, this particular concert was noted to start at 8:30 p.m. Most of the concerts that I've been to at church, and then the one that I went to at an HBC, or a couple of concerts actually that I went to HBCUs, most of them started about 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Well, normally the doors would open at 5, the concert might start at 6, or the doors would open at 6, the concert started at 7. This was a church and the HBCUs, kind of around those times. I know, or knew, past tense knew, when I went to those concerts that the featured artist was not going to come on stage as soon as the concert started. So if the concert started at 7 o'clock, I knew I would not see the featured speaker at least till 8 o'clock, because you have your preliminary artists that come on. First of all, you got to have your introduction. And then we at the church, they're going to pray. You might have the praise and worship team might come on. There are other featured artists. Most of the time they're local artists, that they give them a platform. Since there's so many people there, they give them a platform to showcase their talent and their anointing and their ministry. And then eventually the featured artists will come on around 8 o'clock. So maybe about an hour or so later. I'm tripping because anybody who goes to any type of concert, I don't care if it's a R&B, country, western, pop, rock, whatever, everybody that's been to any kind of concert at the church, at the HBCUs, at the convention center, at the performing arts center, wherever you go for a concert, everybody, I feel everybody ought to know the featured artist never, ever, ever comes on first. It's just not how it's never happened that way. There's always preliminaries, and there's always other artists that come on before the featured artist. So for these individuals to say it's a breach in a contract because the ticket says the concert started at 8:30, she didn't come on at 10:45, I think it's ludicrous. But if y'all need to get y'all money, y'all get y'all money. I'm just saying, I think it's ludicrous to sue over something as crazy as an artist not coming out at the time that the ticket said they're supposed to come out. I think it's crazy. but there's more. There's more, y'all, there's more. So this is a history of this particular artist coming out late. So my thing is, if you know the history of a person, then you deal with that person accordingly. I'm just saying. So this is what the plaintiff said. I mean, I'm sorry, not the plaintiffs, but the defendant said. Based on the years-long history of Madonna arriving several hours later to prior concerts, and which conduct continued at concerts in other cities after the concerts at the Barclays Center, including concerts in Washington, D.C. and Boston, the plaintiffs knew or should have known that the concerts would not start at 8:30 and that Madonna would take the stage several hours later. Again, it's neither here nor there. I just think it's ludicrous. So I wanted to tell y'all to see what y'all think. I'm sorry, this is what the lawsuit said, not the defense, but the lawsuit said, what I just said. Yeah, so I'm done with that. So I'll read the rest. So let me start over. So this is what the lawsuit said. Based on the years-long history of Madonna arriving several hours late to prior concerts, and which conduct continued at concerts in other cities after the concerts at the Barclays Center, including concerts in Washington, D.C. and Boston, that was in parentheses, plaintiffs knew or should have known that the concerts would not start at 8:30 p.m. and that Madonna would not take the stage until several hours after the start time, causing plaintiffs and all class members to have to wait several hours. And so these individuals, they, let me tell y'all what they said. They actually noted that they had to, this is what Mr. Fellows and Mr. Haddon said. They said that they had to get up early to go to work and or take care of their family responsibilities the next day. So, you know, with a delay of the concert, I guess that put them in a delay of either getting to work on time or taking care of their family. The men also noted that they were confronted with limited public transportation, limited ride sharing, and or increased public and private transportation costs. What y'all think? What do y'all think? If y'all went to a concert and the ticket said the concert started at 8:30, but the artist didn't come on at 10 o'clock, 10:30, 10:45, 11 o'clock, would y'all sue? Would y'all want your money back? Would y'all say it's a breach of contract? Like, listeners, what y'all think about this? Like, I think it's crazy, but again, you know, y'all sue. We can sue for everything in the United States of America. You know, we sue for whatever. So that's what we do. So praise God from whom my blessings flow. So Madonna has a history of this, and actually Madonna has been sued before for this as well. There's been a couple of other lawsuits that were noted in this article. I'm done with that. I just like y'all. What y'all think? Add it to the chat. What y'all think about it? Add to the chat how y'all feel about it. Add to the comment section later because I think it's crazy. But again, we sue for any and everything here in these United States of America because that's how the laws are set up. So y'all do what y'all got to do. No judgment here. I just think it's crazy, but no judgment here. Get y'all money if the lawsuit gives you some money. Praise God. So the last thing that we're gonna talk about is 712, y'all, and I'm already to my last story. Wow, this story gonna take an hour, so don't get too comfortable. Okay, so as we know, you all, there have been frigid temperatures throughout the United States of America. I don't know about what's going on in other countries. I just didn't do the research about that. So when I listen to the weather, it's usually reporting about what's happening in my state, in my city, or, you know, across the United States of which I live. And so there have been, you all, at least 37 weather-related deaths so far this season. 37, y'all, that's a lot. Like winter just started the end of last year in December, and we've already, of course, even though I know colder weather started around October, and temperatures can drop below in some of our northern states, in even before, January, even in November, December. But 37 weather-related deaths have already happened across the United States, y'all. Woo! And this particular article noted since Sunday, 37 weather-related deaths across the United States since Sunday. I didn't get the date of this article, so I apologize for that. I'm not quite sure if it was this past Sunday or the first Sunday. I'm not quite sure, so I apologize for that. Actually, this past Sunday, the 7th, was the first Sunday. So I don't know if they meant the Sunday before, like the Sunday in December, or the 7th Sunday. So I apologize that I didn't make a note of that, you all. I'll try to look it back up and put it in the description so we'll have the exact date. But we've had icy temperatures across the United States. We've had the Arctic blast, so it's been heavy snow in some of our northern states. And so, one thing, and you all know, you let me know if I'm being judgmental about this, but as I've been watching the news over the last few weeks and seeing the snowstorms and some of the ice that has occurred, we actually had ice in my city yesterday. But as I see, I often wonder when I see cars that are abandoned on the road during snowy weather and frigid temperatures, and cars are abandoned. There was a report, I think, either earlier this week or at the end of last week, where a tractor trailer had, just looking at the picture, didn't break or anything, but it slid or something, and it looked kind of severed a little bit from the cab to the tractor trailer itself. And so it always, I don't understand why people are on the road when it's snowy weather, knowing that there is a history of car pileups, a history of accidents, a history of you might have to abandon your car because your car is not going to run on these snowy, icy roads. I still, in my mind, cannot rationalize why people still get on the road in these temperatures. I have no idea. Now, of course, because I've been out and about in my city where we don't get a lot of snow here, but they actually let us go early. One year, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years ago now, and it started to snow, and I was determined I'm going home, so I'm not going to get stuck in this school building overnight. So I got home and it was snowing on the way, and everybody was chill and moving nicely, and I got home safely, thank God for that. So I do understand if you're out and about and it starts to snow, that's something you can't help. But if you know the roads are icy or the roads are snowy, why are you getting out there? Like, I don't understand that. Now, I do recognize that there are some jobs, that there are some occupations where you have to go in, like hospitals stay open 24 hours. Maybe some businesses or corporations may have longer hours, or third shift hours, second shift hours, and you might have to go in. So I do understand those situations. But I know I feel confident that, I don't know personally, but I feel confident there are some people that are on the road that don't have to be, and then they get stuck. They have to abandon their car. There's accidents and different things that happen. And I just don't know why. Doggone it, why? Y'all, why y'all on the road? If you're not like an essential worker, or like medical personnel or emergency personnel, why are you on the road? And I'm not saying that to be judgmental towards you. I'm saying that because I would rather you be safe at home than on the road, and you have to abandon your vehicle, or on the road with a potential accident and things of that nature. And so I will keep my hind parts at the house. If you say snow or ice, I'm staying in the house. The school will be there when the school building, wherever the central office is going to be there when I get there the next day when it's safe. So yeah, wanted to share this. The state with the most fatalities so far is in Tennessee. They have had 9 inches of snow since Sunday, which is nearly twice their annual average, you all. The Tennessee Department of Health, they confirmed that there have been 14 weather-related deaths in Tennessee. Let me see if I can quickly see what the date on this was. Let me see if I can get the date. This one actually came from NBC News, and the report came out today. Let me open it up. I just want to make sure that I have my dates right to make sure that I'm giving this accurately, because like I said, I did forget to write it down. So yep, since this past Sunday. So yeah, since this past Sunday, because this was released on January 18th, which is today. So wow, you all. So as of this morning, you all, more than 92 million Americans have been on the alert for cold or snowy weather. 92 million, you all. That's a lot. And so because of this, you all, I do want to give us some tips and some tools to keep ourselves safe, our family safe, our neighbors safe during these winter weather advisories, during this snowy weather, during these frigid temperatures. These are some ways that we can keep ourselves safe, you all. So if you want to grab your journal, you want to grab a piece of paper, get your tablet, get your phone, get your computer, and go ahead and jot these things down. Before I give you this information, I do want to note in the chat, let me go back up to the chat, because I did have some comments about the last news story that I just shared about the concert. And so my mom said the ticket said 8 p.m. Oh, the ticket actually said 8:30 p.m. The ticket said 8:30 p.m. I didn't get a picture of the ticket, and the article that I read didn't show a picture of the ticket, so I don't know what the 8:30 p.m. said. I don't know if it said doors open at 8:30 p.m. Concert starts at 8:30 p.m. Madonna will be on stage at 8:30 p.m., which I'm sure it didn't say that last part. I don't know what the actual ticket said. Most concert tickets that I've purchased, like the gospel concerts that I've been to, it actually said like the doors open at 6 p.m. Concert starts at 7 p.m., which lets me know that there's going to be some the preliminaries, like, you know, we're going to pray, we're going to praise and worship. There's going to be some other artists that are going to sing before the featured artist comes out. That's what I've noticed on the concert tickets that I've purchased. It never says that the artist is going to get up at this particular time. What Madonna's ticket said, I really don't know. You might have to do some research on that for yourself, but that's a really great question. So thank you for asking that, Mom. Let me take a sip of my water. Okay, you all, so look. So these are ways. So I got this information from the National Weather Service at weather.com, you all. Let's make sure that we are taking precautions to keep ourselves safe, our family safe, and if possible, if you feel so led, our neighbors safe, especially if you have some elderly neighbors in your community. All right. So for your home and for your work, these are some things that you need to stay safe in the event of severe weather, especially if the electricity goes out. You want to make sure that you stay safe and aware of what's going on in your community, in your area. Have a flashlight with extra batteries. I can't tell you how many. I think I have I have probably about 6 or 7 flashlights here. And they're all in different batteries. Like I get, you know, I think some take AA, some take D, not D, yeah, D. I think I have 1 or 2 with D. I think I have some with C. I got like 6 or 7 flashlights. So make sure that you have flashlights, that the flashlights have batteries in them, and then you have extra batteries in case you need to replenish the batteries that are already in the devices, in the flashlights, okay? Have you a battery powered NOAA weather radio and portable radio to receive emergency information. I currently have 2 portable radios in my home. And now that I'm talking to you, I actually need to plug both of them up. I actually gifted a family member. I gifted my mom with a radio that I'm hoping she'll keep plugged up just in case she needs to use it for any outages that she may experience back home. So I actually have 2 in my home that I need to plug up right now in case I need them for severe weather. So I have a battery powered I don't know what let me see what the NOAA stands for, because I meant to get it, because I don't know what it stands for. I think I've looked it up before, but I have not committed it to memory. I do know that it is a weather radio. I just don't know what the NOAA stands for. So let me look it up, because maybe you don't know either. And if you know, put it in the chat, help me out. The National, I have looked it up before, I just forgot what it is. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration weather radio. Have you one of those? It'll give you all the information that you need. The radio stations, any weather updates, this radio will help you get those. So make sure it's a battery operated one, so that you can still, listen to it in the event your electricity goes out, and make sure that you have extra batteries for it. Okay. Have extra food, you all. Have some non-perishable food, some dried fruit, some granola bars, nuts, other foods that do not require you to use your freezer or your refrigerator or your microwave or your oven or your slow cooker. Well, I didn't mean to say slow cooker, but your slow cooker. I meant to say your air fryer, your toaster oven, all these devices that we use. Make sure that you get some food that you don't need those devices to have the food, to eat the food, okay? Dried fruits, nuts, granola bars, cereal bars, oatmeal bars, the breakfast sandwiches, some nabs, what we call nabs, crackers, just things that you can eat where you don't need to heat them up, or they don't need to be cold, okay? Keep a steady stock of those items in the event that you lose power during severe weather. Make sure that you have your extra prescription medication, okay? If you're low right now, call in your prescription. If you get automatic refills, go ahead and go to your pharmacy, get that medicine so you have enough. Make sure that you have your baby items, an extra supply of baby items, your diapers, formula, baby food, and whatever else babies use, your wash items and everything like that. Make sure that you have an extra supply of those so that your babies are taken care of during this time. Have a first aid kit, your first aid supplies, your adhesive bandages, your so in the first aid kits, you don't get a thing of alcohol, because I'm like, get you some alcohol and some peroxide, but you have those antiseptic wipes that come in your first aid kit. So have you some antiseptic wipes, have you some, I'm thinking of the gel, the salve that you use, like if you happen to get burnt or cut or scraped or whatever, that salve that you can use to bring forth healing to that cut or that burn or whatever the case may be. What else do we have in our first aid kits? Tweezers. Have you some, not just your adhesive bandages, but the wraps. Like the injury, I know they're not called injury wraps, but I consider the injury wraps that they use now when they draw your blood. They don't even use adhesive bandages anymore. They give you the wrap. And so have some of that available. Cotton swabs. Cotton swabs, cotton balls, like have all those things. Some astringent, which is your peroxide, your alcohol, or other astringent, because some people use witch hazel. So have those items available in case you need them. I have so many Band-Aids, so many adhesive Band-Aids in my house, it's not even funny. My brownages, because y'all know during Black Friday, they usually have a 50% off sale, and I usually stock up for myself and some of my family members. Dog, that reminds me, I saw my niece and nephew this past weekend, and I meant to give them their brownages. But anywho, I'll give it to them later. But I make sure that you have a first aid kit handy and ready for your use. Any heating fuel that you have, like if you have a kerosene heater in your home, make sure that you have enough, kerosene oil for that. If any kind of, because I know some people still use the oil lit lanterns, to heat up or to provide light when the electricity goes out. So just make sure you have enough oil, enough heating fluid to heat whatever items that you have that uses that type of fuel. If you can, have an emergency heat source. Now, I don't know, and somebody let me know if you know this information, because I don't know that there are any battery powered heat sources. Like, we have the plug-in heaters, the plug-in panels, the plug-in furnaces, and different things that we use to heat up a small room, heat up the bathroom, and different things of that nature. But I don't know that there are any battery powered heat sources that we can use. If y'all know of some, put it in the chat, because I probably need to get me 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 of them. But like if you have a fireplace, if you have a wood burning a wood stove or a wood burning fireplace, make sure that your wood is stocked up so that you can provide a source of heat and light for yourself and for your family. If your fireplace uses gas, hopefully your gas tank is filled up and ready to go in the event that you need it. Make sure that your smoke detectors, your carbon dioxide detectors, your fire alarms, your smoke alarms, and your fire extinguishers, that's what I want to say, make sure that they are all in working order. Make sure that your fire extinguishers are in expiration, okay, that they have not expired, that the expiration date is correct and it's still in I want to say in warranty, but let me just say it like this: make sure that your fire extinguisher is not expired. I'll say it like that. Make sure that the batteries on your smoke detectors and your carbon monoxide detectors, that they're working. So test them, make sure that they're all well there. Change your batteries if you need them. Make sure that you have extra pet food and a warm shelter for your pets if you have any. If you have a generator, make sure that it's working, that it's ready to go if you need it, okay? And also make sure that you're reviewing your generator safety. Generators are not meant for inside your house. So make sure that you're using I don't know of any that are. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know any that are. So make sure that you're reviewing the safety of your generators. Don't be cooking, and I'm gonna say this because I'm thinking about don't bring your barbecue, your grill, your outdoor grill. Don't bring it on the inside trying to cook, because that could be, you're putting yourself, your family, your home in danger. Make sure that we said the carbon monoxide detector is working correctly, and that the outside vent is clear of leaves and debris during or after the storm, okay? So making sure that your outside vents are clear of leaves, they're clear of any debris, and then if it does snow, making sure that those vents are clear of any snow, okay? Also, as just noted, home fires are common in the winter, so stay safe. Use your wisdom. Read the manufacturer's instructions that came with your device so that you know how to work them properly in the event that you lose electricity. Y'all, let's be safe. I know we want to be warm, but as we're being warm, let's be safe. We don't want any unnecessary tragedies to happen because we're not using wisdom and common sense, okay, y'all? So let's just please use your common sense, okay? So that's for your home and for your office. So for your vehicle, okay, it has been reported that an average of 5,000 people are killed, you all, and over 418,000 people are injured during weather-related vehicle crashes. You all, did y'all hear what I said? About 5,000 people are killed, and more than 418,000 individuals are injured because of weather-related vehicle crashes. If you're out in the snow, take it slow. If you're out in the snow, take it slow. So these are some things that you can keep in your car. Now I don't know what this is. Oh, yes, I do know what it is. So this is what you should have. So according to the National Weather, the National Weather Service, they call it a winter storm survival kit for your car, okay? A winter storm survival kit. Have a mobile phone, charger, and batteries. Have blankets and sleeping bags. Have a flashlight with extra batteries. A first aid kit, a knife, high calorie, non-perishable foods, extra clothing to keep dry, large empty can to use as an emergency toilet. Oh, Jesus. I also have tissue, toilet paper, paper towels, just in case. Y'all, I never thought about an empty can for an emergency toilet. That's good. I haven't read about that ever before, but that's good. So I have about half of these things. Well, actually, I don't have half of these things in my car because I'm looking at my container right now that I keep in my roller bin that I keep in the car. I'm looking at it right now. I actually had to take it out of my car because I had to pack my car with so much stuff for the weekend. And so I took it out to give me some more room. And I set it out last night because I actually took it out not only because I needed to, but because I needed to switch up my clothes. I needed to put some fresh clothes in, some fresh toiletries and all that in. So I did that. And I'm looking at it right now, and I need to put it back in my car. So I actually keep 2 changes of clothes in there. I keep underclothes. I keep toiletries in this bag. I started doing that years ago, keeping it in my car because one year I was at the school and I got soaking wet during carpool. Thankfully, I lived in walking distance of the school. It was at the end of the day, so I just like walked home. It was fine. But since then, I didn't have a car at that time, so I kept clothes in my desk drawer at that time. When I was able to secure a car again, I started keeping clothes in my car because I just never know when I needed an extra change of clothes. And it has come in handy, y'all, where I've had to spend the night or decided to spend the night at someone's home and or someone's place of resident home, whatever, and I had the clothes, and so it's come in handy. So I need to actually add a blanket to it because my blanket that I had in it is in the trunk of my car right now, and I need to pull it out and wash it. So I just need to add my blanket. I always kept a blanket. I always kept my change of clothes. I usually keep 2 coats in there, 2 jackets, a rain jacket and then a regular jacket. I need to wash them, so that won't be in the car. I also keep bottled water. I do not like keeping bottled water, you all, but if I'm out and about, I'll get bottled water. Like if I'm out and about and they have bottled water, I'll get it. And so I have some bottled water in the car. But I do need to add a can. I keep tissue in my car, but I keep facial tissue in my car, but I don't keep toilet tissue or paper towels. So before I take my bin to the trunk, I'm putting some paper towels and some toilet tissue in. The can, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But and I need to put some food in there. And you all, I'm gonna say this, and you may or may not agree, but maybe keep some cash, like a $20 bill or $40, like tucked away somewhere in your trunk, just in case you need some cash on hand. And so that you can make that decision for yourself, but just in case you need it, it will be available. So those are some things that we can use in our car. I said those things. Let me add some more things that you can keep in your car for your winter storm survival kit. Also keep a small can and waterproof matches to melt the snow for drinking water. I did not realize that there were waterproof matches. Good information, right? Keep a sack of sand or cat litter for traction. I would say sand, that cat litter, I don't know if that's good for the environment, but I'm just reading what it has. So you choose what's best for the environment. There might be some environmental friendly alternative to cat litter, so you can check that out for yourself. Keep a shovel, keep a windshield scraper and brush, keep a toolkit, a tow rope, battery booster cables. And I'm gonna say this, you all know that you can get a little kit where you don't have to use another car to boost your car, or nobody has to use your car to boost theirs, because that can be dangerous to do that. Like it could like short your entire computer system if you try to boost somebody's car. So I would caution you to be careful with that. But they have kits now where you can jump your own car on your own. You just have to keep that. I don't know what it's called, but I'll put it in the description. You just have to keep it charged so you can use it for yourself. But that is available. So maybe keep that in your car in addition to the booster cables. I'll let you make that decision for yourself. Keep a water container filled with water, you all. Candle and matches to provide light and in an emergency life-saving heat. Keep a campus and road maps. It says don't depend on mobile devices with limited battery life. And so I agree with that. And so those are the things that you need to keep in your winter storm survival kit for your car, okay? I'm gonna take a sip of water because my throat's getting a little dry. You all, I actually need to add some of these things. I keep a, I don't have a tow rope. I do have like a bungee cord in case I need to pack something in. I do have that, but I don't have a tow rope. And I already keep a toolkit in my car. It's just, did I tell y'all that story? I probably told y'all, like, we were at my cousin's house for her housewarming, and my uncles needed some tools. They had their toolkits, but they needed something else. And they were asking about a toolkit. I was like, I got a toolkit in my car. And one of my uncles said, oh, I knew you had one in your car. I was like, how'd you know that about me? But I keep one in there, y'all. So ladies, keep your toolkits in your car. It's good for us to have those in case we need them. It still surprises me that he knew that. I was like, of course you got a toolkit. Like, Steph, what's up? It did surprise me. Okay, y'all probably heard me tell that story, but it still surprises me when I tell the story. If you are a pet owner, if you are a farm owner, then please move your animals to sheltered areas or bring them inside if possible. Haul any extra feed to nearby feeding areas, especially if you're pulling your animals in, your livestock in, make sure that they have enough feed to nurture themselves during the storm, during the severe weather. Have water available for your animals. We want to make sure that they stay hydrated during severe weather. You might not be able to get out to them like right away, and so we want to make sure they have enough feed and enough water. And okay. All right. And this also notes that shelter belts, I have no idea what shelter belts is, but it's noted here that shelter belts properly laid out and oriented are better protection for cattle than confining shelters such as sheds. So you farm owners, you all know what that means. Wanted to share that information with you. Just a little bit more information, you all. As you're thinking about your waterproofing your home, I encourage you to insulate any water lines that run along exterior walls so that your water supply will hopefully not freeze. I grew up with dripping water during severe weather, and I still do that now. I will drip my water to make sure that my pipes don't freeze. But if you're able to, insulate those water lines for those exterior wall water lines. Caulk and weather strip your doors and windows, insulate your walls and attics, install storm or thermal pane windows or cover windows with plastic from the inside, repair any roof leaks, cut away any tree branches that could potentially fall on your home. Let's see. Just a few other things that I want to share with you. Make sure that if you have a chimney, that make sure that your chimney or your flue is inspected each year. The flue is a flap that is attached to the top of your between like your fireplace and your chimney. So make sure that that's inspected yearly. You can also reach out to your local fire department to recommend an inspector. Or you can actually find one online, but your local fire department, I'm pretty sure they keep a list of those types of things. Let's see, if you can, keep a multi-purpose dry chemical fire extinguisher nearby, okay? If you are using that fuel burning equipment that we talked about before, make sure that it is well ventilated to the outside so that there will not be any exhaust or backdraft of that could cause a poison, cause like a poison to enter your body. Make sure that these are just tools and tips that you can use throughout the year, you all. Make sure that your furnace and your vents are checked regularly by a qualified technician, okay? This is something I need to do, y'all. Ooh, I ain't even gonna tell you how long it's been, but yes, make sure that your furnace and your vents are checked by a qualified technician, okay? Keep an easy to read thermometer in an indoor location, so you'll know what the temperature is like inside your home, especially if you have elderly people that live in your home or in your family or community. Keep an indoor thermometer just to keep them safe if electricity should go out. And I would also encourage you, we talked about having extra batteries for your having flashlights, extra battery for your flashlights. I know I keep flashlights and candles here because I do like to burn candles. When my electricity goes out, I do like to burn candles in addition to having my flashlights. But keep extra blankets handy. I can't tell you how many blankets and throws I have around here at my house. There is no need for me to get cold if the electricity goes out. So just keep extra blankets, extra throws handy as well to keep you warm. Keep you some gloves, hats, scarves handy as well in the event your electricity goes out. Those extra layers will help keep you warm. All right, and make sure that the elderly people in your family have these supplies as well. All right, just a few other things. A few other things with your car that I forgot to mention earlier is hazard or other reflectors. Keep some reflectors in your car. Those triangles, keep those in your car. I think you can get them at any like AutoZone or any of the car shops that we go to. I'm pretty sure you can pick some of those up there. If you have flares, purchase you some flares to keep flares available in case you need them to rescue or to signal that you need to be rescued. Make sure I got everything. Tire chains, if you're able to. I've never purchased tire chains, but tire chains might be something good to have handy in the event that you slip and slide in the snow, or that you hit a bank or a ditch. You'll be able to, I'm sorry, that's the tow. I'm sorry, I'm looking at two different things. That's a tow chain. So if you slip into a ditch or something, that the tow chain will help with that. But tire chains will help keep your tires moving during severe weather. Let me make sure I got all the information available because I want to make sure that we are well prepared during severe weather. Make sure that other helpful tips, make sure that you're listening to your weather forecast. If you can daily, just listen to the weather daily as a precaution just throughout the year, but definitely during the winter and during severe weather, keep a check on how the meteorologist or what the meteorologists are talking about. Keep a check on the weather report so you'll know what's happening in your area, okay? Just a few other things. Oh, for your car, a few things, getting back to the car, making sure that you keep your maintenance on your car up to date, okay? Make sure that the radiator system is working, your antifreeze levels are checked, your windshield wiper fluid is ready with a winter time mixture, making sure that your tires are adequately inflated. Most people have a tire gauge, like in a toolkit or somewhere. You ought to have your tire gauge, or you can check it at the gas station if you're filling your tire up with air. You can check it there, but just making sure that your air pressure is at the right levels, making sure that your tread is right. Like I actually use my finger. You can use a quarter, but I usually use my finger to check my thread. I can also just look at it and just tell that, okay, it's time for me, because like one of my tires is getting time. It's not bald or anything, but it's just a little bit of thickness between the grooves, and so it's getting time for me to change that tire. And my maintenance team, they told me it's time for me to check it as well. So just check your air pressure, make sure that your tread is good on your tires. Most cars, air pressure is a 30 to 35 PSI, but check your car's manufacturing booklet to see what is normal for your car, okay? Just making sure your car is in good working order. Everything is working. Your lights working, your exhaust, your oil is in there, your brake fluid, your ignition, emergency flashes, your lights is working, your parking lights work. Just make sure your emergency lights, everything is in good working order. So keep your car maintained. Go your mine is every 6 months or either the mileage. And I usually hit the mileage before I hit the 6 months, so I used to commute to work, but now it's a little bit better. But make sure that you're getting your maintenance, whether it's 6 months, 3 months, whatever your your maintenance team tells you, whatever your manufacturer's manual tells you, keep up with your car maintenance. I don't care if you have a 1992, an 1843, or 2024, keep the car maintenance up on your car. All right, all right. All right, y'all. So that's all I have to say about that. Hopefully that was helpful for you to maintain safety and security during severe weather. Let me see what the chat says. I realize I do have one more thing to share with you all. And wow, 7:15 to 7:45, 48. I thought it was going to be 30. It's going to be an hour. Okay, so my mom says that she has lanterns with LED lights. That is perfect. Thank you for sharing that with us. My mom also noted that we do not properly prepare for severe weather conditions because we don't believe it because of previous weather. So because of the history of the weather in our city or our state, we don't think severe weather is going to hit our doorstep. Whether it's been 10 years, 20 years, 25, 30, 45, 75 years since severe weather has hit your doorstep, it's still good to be prepared. Prepare your emergency kits for your car, for your home, for your work, for your community, your car, your home, your work. Prepare your emergency kits, you all. Just that stuff should be prepared year round. Like, you should have emergency kits year round in your car, because it may not be severe weather, but maybe it's, I don't know, maybe you run out of gas or whatever. Anything can happen while we're out and about, and especially if we're traveling from city to city, county to county, state to state. It is just good to have emergency materials, emergency supplies already in your vehicle, in your home, in your office, because we never know when an emergency is going to take place in our lives. Okay, we understand that severe weather usually happens in the fall, in the winter, and when I think about severe weather in the fall, I think about hurricane season, tornado season, and then we have our wintry season during December, January, February, with snow and ice. And so it's just good to be prepared year round. Your smoke alarms, your smoke detectors, your carbon monoxide detectors, your fire extinguishers, like all of those should be in working order and within the expiration date, just day to day, on a yearly basis, month to month. You should check those things quarterly. I think it's recommended either once a month or quarterly to check all of your emergency detections. I'll call them emergency detections, okay? So just keep an eye on all of that year round. And one thing I forgot to mention about your car, keep your gas tank full if you can. Y'all, I was up this morning, and let me take a sip. Let me take a sip of water. I was up this morning at 5:30 so that I could go to my usual place that I like to get gas, which is about 20 to 30 minutes away, depending on traffic. Well, it's not 20. It's not even close to 20. Maybe 25 to 30 minutes away, depending on traffic in some instances. But most of the time, it takes me about 30 minutes to get there because the traffic is usually heavy. Even this morning at 5:30, I left the house exactly at 6:10 because I meant to leave at 6:10, and traffic was pretty steady. It is what it is. I got my gas and I went on to work, but my gas tank was about a quarter full rather. I usually don't like my gas tank to get a quarter full, but that's where it was. So I was like, I'm getting up to go get my gas, my 30 minutes away, and then go back to work. And I like this so much, I think I'm gonna start going there early in the morning instead of waiting into the weekend. Because before I was waiting until Saturdays to go, like since I started my new job and I'm closer to home, I would go like on a Sunday afternoon, but now I'm gonna start going early in the mornings before work, get my gas, and then going on to work. And y'all, I found a back way. It's a long haul. I would not want to be on that road at night, or I would not want to be on that road with car trouble, because it's a long road, but it's straight country. But it was smooth. Like, it was like just a couple of cars on the road, so I was able to get straight, like a straight shot to work from I had to take a turn or two, but the road itself took me from one city through some other cities to the city that I work in, and it was good to go. And so I'm thankful that I actually traveled the road yesterday to go to some schools, to visit some schools. And so I was familiar with the road from yesterday, and I was like, That's my road. I can get to work from there. And so keep your car gas up, y'all. And I said all that to say keep your car gas up. I just want to share these last few things. I did forget that I wanted to share this with you, but I wanted to share with us, you all, that January is National Blood Donor Month. It's National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month. It's National Bath Safety Month, and it's National Mentoring Month. January is also some other months. These are just the ones that I really wanted to highlight. Mentorship is so important for our young people to have. Sometimes mentorship is good for adults to have. Come on in here, somebody. When you can have a mentor to listen to you, to give you sound advice, to give you wisdom, to give you educational materials and resources to support you in your journey, whatever that journey is. It could be your career, it could be your personal life, your mental wellness, your emotional wellness, whatever the journey. It's good to have somebody with some wisdom, somebody that's been where you are and have overcome, they have the victory. It's good to have those individuals supporting you. So if you can be a mentor to someone, I encourage you to be a mentor. If you need a mentor as an adult, it's okay. Seek out somebody that can support you in your journey right now, okay? And that mentor might just be for a season, like a few months or a year or two, whatever the case may be. If you need that mentorship, don't be afraid or ashamed to seek it out. Bath Safety Month was important for me to highlight because I have a coworker, well, a former coworker, but she's still a colleague. Her brother actually died in the shower. And so when I saw this, I immediately thought of her and I thought of her brother. And so bath safety, making sure that you are safe in the bathroom, having slip-resistant mats in your tub, in your shower, making sure that the temperature that you're using, temperature that's not too hot, that's not to scald you or burn you, making sure that, if you do have a shower, bathtub, that you have an arm bar there to support you, and you can be 25 and still use that arm bar to support you. It's okay. It's not just for the season, not just for our elders, but it's for us to stay safe in the shower, because showers are slippery. Water is slippery just wherever it is, on the road, on the kitchen floor, in the bathroom, water is slippery. So get you an arm bar installed in your shower or your tub. Maybe get a couple of them, maybe have one on all the walls, if that is helpful for you and helpful to keep you and your family safe. Making sure that if there are any, spills in the bathroom, water spills, oil spills, make sure that you clean that up. Y'all know I use natural, flawless natural soaps, oils. And so when I spill that oil, it's rare that I'm spilling it because I'm getting it on the skin. But every now and then I do spill a drop or two on the floor. I'm immediately wiping that up because I don't want to spill, or I don't want to slip, while I'm in the bathroom. So just bath safety. If you're getting in the shower, just let somebody know that you're getting in the shower. Let your spouse know, let your, family member know, look, I'm about to jump in the shower. If I, just so they can keep an eye on you. I know one time my sister was visiting my house, this has been some years ago, and she slipped in the shower and I didn't hear her. We didn't, like, me and my mom were in the house. I didn't know until she got out of the shower and told us. And when I say I felt so bad, I cannot remember. I don't think I had the slip resistant mat in there. I don't think I can't remember if I did or not, honestly. I want to say I did, and I want to say I don't. I just don't remember. It's been some years ago, but I felt so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, it just made me feel bad. And so I know with my nieces and nephews, when they were younger, I would just keep an eye on them in the shower. Like when they were younger, like toddler, I would sit in the bathroom with them, of course, only put a little water in the tub and I would sit in there with them. But, once they got a little bit older, 5, 6, 7, 8, I would just let them run the water for them, put their toys and stuff in. I would usually close the bathroom a quarter away, but I still be like, you okay in there? Just to make sure, that they were okay. And of course, when they became older, I'm not doing that, but I'm listening. I'm listening. I listen to the shower. Okay, when has the shower turned off? Okay, how long did it take me to get out? Are they okay? So I know my niece, she gonna take a little long in the bathroom. With just I take long in the bathroom too. And it's not a female thing, because I know some men who take long in the bathroom too. It's just, it so happens both of us take a long time in the bathroom. So I know once the shower goes off, it's still gonna be a little while before she come out of the bathroom. So I'm just kind of aware of her habits. But just be mindful of safety in the bathroom, in the bathtub, in the shower. National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month. I just want to give a little bit of information. I promise I'm gonna be done soon. I forgot I had to share this with you, but I think it's important. So we know, let me see. Okay, here we go. I flipped too soon. According to the International Labor Organization, approximately 40 million human trafficking victims exist worldwide. Did y'all hear that number? 40 million, according to the International Labor Organization. There are a variety of tactics that human trafficking persons use, violence, coercion. Traffickers force victims into labor or commercial sex. They usually are usually forced, of course, against their will. And human trafficking does not know, gender, race, class. It doesn't, those things, they don't matter as it relates to human trafficking. It impacts every culture, every race, every religion, every gender identity. It impacts everybody. So you all, let's just keep an eye out. You can go to, I'll put this link in the description. You can go to the dhs.gov/blue campaign website to get more information about human trafficking, what it looks like, how you can, or things that you can notice for or from a victim that might be, or person that might be a victim of human trafficking. Okay, if you feel comfortable, you can get involved. In the United States, you can call 1-866-347-2423, or you can go to that same website. If you're involved in human trafficking, if you're a victim of human trafficking, if you can definitely get some help by calling 1-888-373-7888. Okay, some things that you can do if you want to get involved, if you feel led to get involved, some things that you can do, you can write your legislators, call your legislators, let them know that you support policies that combat human trafficking. You can also support events that are happening in your community that bring awareness to human trafficking. You can also, if you suspect a victim, you can call 1-888-373-7888. You can reach out to law enforcement by calling 911, okay? You can also encourage a young person, if you suspect that they are a victim of human trafficking, if they've confided that in you, if you feel safe and comfortable to do so, contact the proper authorities to get involved. Don't you try to do anything on your own as far as trying to rescue them. If it's safe and you can get them away from the perpetrator, and if it's safe for you and them, you use your best. I'll just encourage you to use your best judgment on that. But if you cannot support them in a safe way, call the 188 number or call 911 and let law enforcement that are trained to handle these type of situations, let them, take care of that. Okay. All right. All right, and then just do your own research. You all have heard me say this before. I used to be a part of an organization that helped rescue young girls from human trafficking. We were able to rescue, I only worked with them for several months before the young lady who started the organization, she closed it down and she started working with another organization to support victims of sex slave trafficking and human trafficking. But in the time that I worked with the organization, I was able to talk to individuals, talk to churches about signs that they could recognize within their children, their youth, their children's church, population. And I was also able to, we were also able to rescue two young ladies. They were staying at the home that was in an undisclosed location, but we had that home available to them. They were rescued. We had counseling services set up for them, medical services set up for them. And so I feel really proud of the work that we did, even though I was only with them for a short time. I was only able to talk to a few organizations. I feel good about the work that I did. And I continue to educate myself. I continue to carry on the work by educating myself and educating others about human trafficking, okay? Very last thing I'm gonna say is that because it's National Blood Donors Month, you all, I wanted you to know that the American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage, you all. There are not a lot of people that are donating blood like it once was. If you are able to donate blood, find your local American Red Cross, find out what you need to do in order to donate blood. And if you can, and if you're willing, I encourage you to donate blood if you can and if you are willing, okay? I do have some additional information about that, but I think I will just add the American Red Cross information for donating blood so that you can do the research for yourself, okay? Mhm. Just looking here just to see if I can give you some more information. Okay, so the website that you can go to, you all, is redcrossblood.org, redcrossblood.org, redcrossblood.org. I'll put the link in the description, or you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS, okay? That's 1-800-733-2767, all right? Oh, y'all, I have been a beneficiary of receiving blood. When I got really sick in the early 2000s, my blood was extremely low, and I've been a benefit of a blood transfusion twice in my life. And so I honestly have been scared to give blood since then, not because, I guess because of what I experienced during my sickness, and really not even knowing if my body could release blood. I just don't know, but it's something that I really do need to talk to my doctor about and see if I can donate blood. Like, am I healthy enough and well enough to be able to donate blood? Y'all know our body does replenish the blood, but I just want to make sure that I'm going to be safe and healthy if I give the blood. So that's my concern is I don't want to have low blood again, and so I have been a recipient of blood transfusions, and I'm thankful to all the donors that have given blood over the years. Thank you for myself. I say thank you for others who have received blood during surgeries and during accidents and different times that we've needed blood. Thank you so much for giving. Okay, so you all, that's all the information that I have for you tonight. Hopefully it was helpful for you. I'm seeing in the chat that my mom also noted have some cookies in your emergency kit. She put have some chocolate chip cookies and your oatmeal cookies with raisins. Y'all can have that if you want to. Get your non-perishable items, whatever that looks like for you and your family. Do what you got to do to make sure that you all have some things to eat during severe weather. So look, you all, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I pray that you have a great rest of the week. I pray that you stay safe. I pray that you stay warm. I pray that you take care of you. I pray that you take care of your family. I pray that you take care of others. I pray that you will be well in Jesus' name. Y'all, look, don't forget to like. Don't forget to like tonight's episode. Don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate you greatly, and I will see you next Thursday, Lord willing. I will see you next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. right here on the Stephanie Humphrey channel, and then 10 p.m. on the Stephanie Humphrey podcast, where we will have another edition of Sip and Say with Stephanie. Good night, y'all. Y'all be blessed.